What I'm about to tell you about high creatinine is going to completely change the way you think about your kidneys, your lab results, and the advice you've been getting from your doctor. Because there's a hidden cause of rising creatinine that 9 out of 10 doctors will never test you for, never explain to you, and never even mention, and it could be quietly damaging your kidneys right now, while your doctor tells you everything is borderline and to just come back in 6 months. I'm Dr. Eric Berg, and for the past 30 years, I've been helping people just like you get to the root cause of issues like this, using clinical science most doctors never learned in medical school. And stay with me all the way to the end, because the number one daily habit I'm going to reveal, the single thing that's silently driving creatinine up in millions of people over 40, most of you are doing it every single morning without realizing it. Now let me paint a picture for you. You go in for your annual physical. You feel okay, maybe a little tired, maybe a little puffy in the morning, maybe your blood pressure is creeping up, but nothing dramatic. Then your blood work comes back and your doctor circles one number, creatinine. It's a little high, your eGFR is a little low, and your doctor says, it's nothing to worry about. Just drink more water, cut back on red meat, and we'll recheck in 3 to 6 months. And you walk out of that office with this nagging feeling in your gut that something is wrong and nobody is really explaining what. You start Googling, you read the words chronic kidney disease, you read stage 2, stage 3, your heart sinks. And here's the scary part. According to the Centers for Disease Control, over 35 million American adults have chronic kidney disease, and roughly 9 out of 10 of them have no idea they have it. The National Kidney Foundation has been very clear on this. By the time creatinine starts climbing on a standard panel, you've often already lost 40, sometimes 50% of your kidney function. The damage has been silently accumulating for 10, 15, sometimes 20 years, and you were never warned. Now, for decades, you've been told that high creatinine is mostly a kidney problem, that your kidneys are failing, that you need to cut your protein down to almost nothing, drink gallons of water, and avoid red meat like it's poison. The standard medical playbook hasn't really changed in 40 years. Your doctor probably told you the same thing. But here's the problem. That advice is based on a very narrow, very outdated way of looking at the kidney. It treats the kidney like it's an isolated organ that just got sick on its own. And modern research is showing that view is completely backwards. A 2021 review published in Kidney International made it very clear that the vast majority of chronic kidney disease in this country is not coming from kidney disease at all. It's coming from metabolic disease. It's coming from insulin resistance, high blood sugar, high blood pressure, and chronic inflammation slowly destroying the tiny filtering units inside your kidneys called nephrons. In other words, your kidneys aren't broken. They're collateral damage. And cutting your protein while ignoring the real driver is like bailing water out of a sinking boat without ever patching the hole. Now here's the thing. Let me explain what's actually happening in your body. Inside each of your kidneys, you have about 1 million tiny filters called nephrons. Think of them like microscopic coffee filters with a very delicate mesh. Every minute of every day, those filters are cleaning your blood, pulling out waste, including creatinine, which is just a normal breakdown product from your muscles. When those filters are healthy, creatinine gets cleared efficiently. Your blood level stays low. When those filters get damaged, creatinine starts to back up, and that's the number your doctor sees. But here's what most doctors miss. What damages those filters in the first place? Number 1, high insulin. Number 2, high blood sugar. Number 3, high blood pressure, which is itself usually driven by high insulin. The Journal of the American Society of Nephrology has published research showing that insulin resistance directly injures the lining of the nephron even before blood sugar ever rises into the diabetic range. That means you can have normal glucose, normal A1C, normal everything on your standard labs, and still be silently destroying your kidneys from the inside out. Researchers like Dr. Benjamin Bickman have been pounding the table on this for years. Insulin resistance is the upstream driver of nearly every chronic disease we're seeing explode in this country, and the kidneys are right at the top of the list. And here's the missing piece almost nobody talks about: magnesium. Your kidneys are one of the most magnesium-dependent organs in your entire body. Magnesium controls blood vessel relaxation, blood pressure regulation, insulin sensitivity, and the energy production inside every single kidney cell. A 2018 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that low magnesium was independently associated with faster decline in kidney function, even in people who didn't have diabetes. And according to data from the NIH, somewhere between 50 and 75% of American adults are not getting enough magnesium from their diet. So you've got rising insulin, rising blood sugar, rising blood pressure, depleted magnesium, chronic low-grade inflammation. And then we wonder why creatinine is creeping up. It's not a mystery, it's a pattern. And the research is overwhelming on this. There's one more piece I want you to understand because this is critical. Dehydration, not the kind you think. I'm not talking about thirst. I'm talking about cellular dehydration, where your cells can't hold on to water because your electrolytes, especially potassium and sodium in the right ratio, are completely out of balance. The Mayo Clinic has confirmed that even mild chronic dehydration raises creatinine and lowers eGFR, and most people over 40 are walking around in this state every single day without knowing it. You drink coffee, you sweat, you take a blood pressure medication that pulls water out of you, and your kidneys are trying to filter concentrated, sluggish blood hour after hour. That alone can push your numbers into the concerning zone. So here's what you need to do. And I want you to take notes because this is the protocol I've watched move the needle on real people over and over again. First, you have to address insulin resistance. That is non-negotiable. Cut the sugar, cut the refined carbs, cut the seed oils, soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil. They drive inflammation directly into your blood vessels, including the ones inside your kidneys. Move toward a healthy, lower-carb way of eating built around real food. Wild-caught salmon, sardines, pasture-raised eggs, grass-fed beef in moderate amounts, avocados, olive oil, and a huge volume of leafy greens and cruciferous vegetables. Kale, arugula, watercress, cabbage, Brussels sprouts. These vegetables are loaded with potassium and antioxidants that directly support kidney filtration. And by the way, I want to clear something up. Moderate, high-quality protein does not destroy healthy kidneys. That myth came from studies on people who already had advanced kidney failure. A 2020 review in the journal Nutrients found that healthy adults eating moderate protein had no decline in kidney function, and in many cases, better outcomes because they preserved muscle mass. Second, intermittent fasting. This is one of the most powerful tools we have. When you stop eating for 14, 16, 18 hours, your insulin drops, your body switches into a repair mode called autophagy, and your kidneys literally start cleaning out damaged cells. Dr. Jason Fung's work has shown this beautifully. Fasting lowers insulin, reduces blood pressure, improves filtration. Start slow, work up to it, and let your body do what it was designed to do. Third, and this is the one almost everyone skips, replenish your minerals. Magnesium in a well-absorbed form like magnesium glycinate in a therapeutic amount that's right for your body. Potassium from real food, leafy greens, avocado, salmon, and electrolytes throughout the day, especially if you're fasting or low carb. This single category, minerals, is where I see the fastest improvement in patients. Fourth, walk after every meal, even 10 minutes. A 2022 study in the journal Sports Medicine showed that a short walk after eating dramatically lowers post-meal blood sugar and insulin spikes, which directly protects the nephrons. Fifth, go ask your doctor for the right tests, not just creatinine. Ask for a fasting insulin, a HOMA-IR calculation, a urine albumin to creatinine ratio, HS-CRP for inflammation, and a cystatin C, which is a far more accurate marker of kidney function than creatinine alone. Most doctors won't run these unless you ask, so you ask. Now, I promised you at the very beginning that I'd reveal the #1 daily habit silently driving creatinine up in millions of people over 40. Here it is. It's not red meat. It's not protein. It's not even sugar, although that's a close second. It's NSAID painkillers, the over-the-counter anti-inflammatories you take for a headache, a sore back, a stiff knee, the little pills you probably have in your kitchen drawer right now. The National Kidney Foundation has stated very plainly that regular use of these medications is a leading cause of preventable kidney damage in this country. They constrict the tiny blood vessels feeding your nephrons, they reduce filtration, and over years, sometimes decades, they quietly raise your creatinine. Most people take them like candy and have no idea. Cut them out. Use natural anti-inflammatories instead. Omega-3s from fatty fish, curcumin, ginger, and most importantly, fix the underlying inflammation by fixing your diet. When my patients stop the daily NSAID habit and start the protocol I just gave you, I have seen creatinine come down, eGFR come up, and lab work normalize within 60 to 90 days. It happens all the time. If this video helped you, do me a favor, share it with someone you care about, because chances are somebody in your life just got a slightly high creatinine result and they're scared and they don't know what to do. They need to hear this. And if you want to go deeper, I have another video where I break down the early warning signs of insulin resistance most people miss. I'll link it for you right now. You don't want to miss it. Remember, your body has an incredible ability to heal itself when you give it the right inputs and remove the wrong ones, your kidneys included. I'm Dr. Eric Berg, and I'll see you in the next video.